Hey everybody, you know who I am. I'm CJ Rosenbaum. I'm one of the two founding partners of Rosenbaum Famularo, the law firm behind AmazonSellersLawyer.com, and we write tons and tons of plans of actions for suspended sellers and sellers that have lost their listings. This is Joe Volpe. He is one of our managing paralegals in his group of people in our collaborative work environment. And Joe is going to be talking to you about retail arbitrage, how to avoid suspensions, and if you get dinged with losing an ASIN of your whole account, how to get your account back. So this is suspension prevention. This is getting your account listings back, retail arbitrage. So Joe, what do you want to start talking about to our sellers who are doing retail arbitrage, who either want to avoid getting suspended, or they've lost an ASIN or a listing, or their entire account? What do you have to tell them? Where do you want to start the conversation?
Well, we could start even before that with the beginning. What is retail arbitrage? So for those of you who are unfamiliar with that, it's, for example, going out to a Coach outlet store, Michael Kors store, or even a retail store, buying a Coach bag and selling it on Amazon. So if you're already doing this, if you're thinking about doing it, there's a lot of little things you have to take into account to protect your account health and overall listings.
And Amazon sellers, we're talking about retail arbitrage, things like the Coach outlet. One of the things you got to be really careful about is that you're buying the same products that are at the main retail store. A lot of outlets, Coach is one, Brooks Brothers is another. They sell different product lines at the outlets.
Absolutely.
So like we're here in Long Island, New York. We're in a town called Long Beach, which is like the greatest town on the planet. And if you go out to Riverhead and you go to the outlets and you're buying from the Coach outlet and then you're selling it as the regular Coach line of products, you could be causing problems for yourself.
Absolutely, and that's a great point that I wanted to bring up because that is the fact of the matter. When you buy something from the outlet store, it might be slightly different from the Michael Kors retail store in the mall. So that leads to inauthentic issues with customers. And one of the smaller things you could do to protect your account is buy a receipt scanner. And not a lot of people realize that because when you go to the outlets, you're getting receipts. And it's not your typical paper 8x11, whatever size it is, invoice. It's a long document that doesn't fit on a typical scan.
No, that's right. And one of the things that Amazon pushes is automation and technology. So you can get these scanners, they're really cheap, they work really, really well. There's even apps that people can use on their phone that they can take a picture, it acts as a scanner and makes it into a PDF. And you can also take pictures at the retail establishment with the other products on the shelves, because we can use that later on if you're suspended to show you bought it from a reliable source. Could be like, a picture of me and Joe, at a retail store with the product on the shelf and buying it, accompanied by the receipt. So automating using scanners, also that'll let you have your invoices, have your receipts like at the ready as soon as you have a problem with your listing.
And that ties into my next point. That's what I wanted to bring up as well. Because a lot of times when sellers come to us and their account's suspended or a listing is suspended, they scramble and they don't know what to do. Having everything prepared in advance, being proactive instead of reactive, is very important because, again, just like that, one customer makes a complaint, it could affect your total account or the listing. And then having that document present right away, give to us, we write in response to the notification, and then you prove your authenticity just like that.
And if you have it all filed as you're sourcing, if you have it all organized while you're sourcing, whether Amazon hits you with the 90-day receipts, 180-day receipts, or 365 days of all of your receipts, you'll have them at the ready. And I think one of the softwares we used to recommend was called Shoebox. And it was really good for the smaller sellers, but it's probably also good for medium-sized and larger sellers as well, where they scan it in and it has organization built in. A lot of these things you can buy off the rack to help you. The scanners, we use Fujitsu because they're just awesome. They never break. They last years and years. But you also maybe use your phone. Shoebox is one software. And if you email me, there were some other softwares that we also had that we could recommend. But scanning right there as you're sourcing your products, taking pictures right there at the shelves can only help you later if you have a problem. And you have it all, in an electronic file. What else, Joe? What else do you think retail arbitrage sellers need to know?
And also tying into that point as well with when the authenticity comes in question and reliance on this technology, I just want to warn everyone of over-reliance because you have issues with Amazon where commonly with retail arbitrage, where the products haven't been sourced within 365 days. You know, it might be a year and a half old, but not many people realize this is the gray area with their policy, where even though it's a t-shirt, it's not going to expire after a year. In Amazon's eyes, it technically does. So having that software in place with extra human eyes looking over everything, you can remove old inventory and be proactive again to not get these authenticity problems.
I got to tell you, this is like our 6th or 7th video dealing with, well, this one's retail arbitrage, but we did a ton on inauthentic issues. And I got to tell you, I didn't address that issue. It just kind of slipped my mind that the age of the invoice, the age of the receipt, could present a significant problem. You'd have to address it in your plan of action. And this reinforces, I think, what is great about hiring us to do your plan of action, okay? We work in a collaborative environment. So like if I'm working on a plan of action right now and I didn't think of this, Joe would remind me, say, hey, wait a second, check the dates. Are those receipts too old? Is that going to be a problem? Do we need to address that, in the plan of action? That's why our collaborative work environment, where Joe works with Ashley, and Ashley works with Dana, and Dana with Sal, and Sal with Jason, and Jason with the other Jason, with Kerry, and Rob, and Travis, and Jen, and Ellie, and the other Jen. The collaborative work environment, like when you're using us, you don't just get one paralegal's perspective on it. You get the benefit of the entire team working together. And that's just an example. Like I hadn't even thought about that, and that's huge. So, all right, Joe, what else you got?
Also tying into, let's see, what else would I?
Are we stumping Joe? We're going to keep pushing Joe until I stump him. What else do we have, Joe? What else do retail arbitrage sellers, what should they know?
What else should they know? With old products, we'll stay on that topic for 1 second. So when we have an authenticity check with Amazon, sometimes we'll get 4, 5, 6 denials about the fact that the receipts are old. And sometimes it's just getting the reviewing team to read it just to show that, hey, I did buy these items from the Coach outlet. I completely understand my inventory was old. I removed myself from this ASIN. I won't sell on this specific ASIN going forward. Please get our account back. And if we get the right set of eyes on it, we get that back.
So there's a couple of things all mixed in there. One, when you submit your invoice or when you submit your retail receipts to Amazon, and there's still a ton of money to be made in retail arbitrage. Okay, I don't think it's on the right side of the curve in terms of like future growth, but we see sellers every day killing it doing retail arbitrage and online arbitrage as well. But when you submit those invoices, you want to make sure that whoever's reading it for Amazon can pinpoint what you're trying to show right away. And it could be as simple as highlighting. It could be as simple as like circling and putting an arrow on the invoice, saying, here, look over here. Here's the date you're looking for. Also explaining that you purchased your products more than a year before they were sold. You're not doing anything wrong, so you don't really have to admit to violating policy or anything. But if that's the issue, if that's what you've discovered through your deep dive self-analysis and your root cause, then point it out. Phrase it in a positive manner. How you're going to cycle your inventory out faster. You may want to put in the changes of your business, meaning that as products are sitting on the shelf longer, you may pull them off or put in destroy or removal orders. So these are some really great things that retail arbitrage sellers, should know. And also, I want to let you guys know that I gave Joe about 36 seconds of time to prepare for this video. I'm really struggling to get as much information out to sellers as quickly as possible. So I went into Joe's room with his team. I'm like, listen, I want to shoot 5 videos today. Joe, let's go talk about retail arbitrage. Then we're going to have Dana. She's going to come talk about a safety issue. Ashley DePinto is going to talk about a high ODR rate. And we are just trying to give sellers the information, and it also allows me to introduce you to our team. So ladies and gentlemen, Amazon sellers around the world, Joe Volpe. So, all right, guys, keep watching. If you've learned anything, please like the video. Please share the video. And if you want to speak with me or Joe, any member of our team, you can call us or email us. We actually give you someone to speak with, and we don't charge the consultation. So thank you very much for watching. Like, share, and leave us a great review.